Let's talk about my taper. My biggest week was 130 Ks. That was 7 days of running, finishing with a 35. Huge for me. Biggest prior to that was 110. So it was a big jump, and prior to doing anything near that, I was only kind of doing well in the 50. So getting to that stage was quite a awesome thing, really. And yeah, the taper I followed was just basically what I did for Ironman last year, which was 3 weeks and then trying to get a percentage reduction based on the volume. So 130 Ks, if your volume was, let's say, 200 K a week, then it might even be more of a drop because you're doing way more hours, whereas if you were only doing kind of 50 a week or something, then perhaps you'd only drop it a little bit. I went from 130 down to 70, then 36, and then on the week of I did just 2 small runs, one 6K and one 3K, and it worked really well. There was a patch I mentioned briefly, and I'm going to go into it a little bit more detail, just where it's usually around day 10 now because I've done it twice, and the legs just feel so fatigued and so average, just so almost like achy and just fatigued feelings, the best way to describe it. When you try and push on the bike and not even push on the bike, but you ride the bike and they just feel bleh. But anyway, that seems to be a thing that you go through, and when you go through it, you come out the other side, and the whole objective is that you don't lose fitness, but then you shed a lot of the fatigue from a big build week or big session of build weeks. I found that the 3-week thing works really well. I would definitely recommend 3 weeks for 100k ultra. That's just my take, my opinion, based on having done it once and also doing Ironman, which is similar duration. The only other thing that was different with doing this taper for an ultramarathon was just kind of adjusting the pace to go slightly slower, because you're going to be doing a significantly slower pace, and that's kind of weird when you, let's say you're training run of 40k or 30k or something like that, and if you're running way slower and you're trying to do other stuff in life, then it's a long time to be out there for that time at that slower pace when you know you can run it quite a bit quicker. So I just kind of did that a little bit with the kind of second weekend and third week, just keep the pace nice and slow, more of where it would have been for the ultra. And it seemed like a nice gradual kind of thing, that you'd have the pace which was where you'd be training it, and then gradually kind of merge it into the ultra. The other things I'd say too is just getting real good night's sleep and not having too much other stuff going on in life, so you can just focus on recovery and focus on feeling good and getting ready for the big event, and eating good food for sure. That's a big part of it. And after 3 weeks I felt really good. Like on the day I felt really good. There was no feeling in the legs that they felt bad or anything, or felt fatigued. They felt, I reckon, in the best place that they could have been. And hey, maybe like a day either side of it might have been slightly better or worse, but I reckon it was ideal. So 3 weeks worked awesome for me. Maybe it'll do it for you as well. Do you have any questions? If you do, please comment down below. I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.